Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Here we go, here we go. Go, go. Go.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ready?
Slot man moves right. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, Swift.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On third down, here comes Swift. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Ready, ready.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, Lions.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Browns at 2-7 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
5, 8,
Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, Lawrence. He completes it to Beckham. There's a nice move. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
X3, 218, stop it. Protein, Bill, A, 7.
Now Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinals.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Right there, hurt. 18 right.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Drop 50. Go.
They go play action with Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now Lawrence on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Hey, let's go.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From the 22, Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. The slot man in motion right. Swift going to try up the middle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Alpha.
Lawrence will throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again on second and 10. Lawrence. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
This is Swift on the counter. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And always shot to tackle. Now he's got some space. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 104 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check mash.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Nobody can fight it. 61, max box, right. Hey, exit. Hey, D6. Hey, 2. D6.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Shoot that bomber.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
X3, 218, stop it.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
13, Bill. 5.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lawrence. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 13-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play.
On the way.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 8 coming up.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Swift. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively is something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is trying to get to the quarterback, trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Elliott is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw, Lawrence. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. That one looks like he'll throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Throwing now, Lawrence. This is the tight end, Njoku. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready, ready. Chopper.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way.